Hello, everyone, and welcome to Around Town. I'm Elizabeth Graff, and we're here at the Lawrence Baptist Association office with a couple of ladies who are going to tell us about the Promise of Hope and an event that's coming up. How are you doing today?
I'm good. My name is Mary Beth Soto. I'm the Counselor and Director at Promise of Hope.
Great. Now, I've heard of the Promise of Hope, but I don't know what it's all about. Could you explain what is the Promise of Hope?
Promise of Hope was established in 1999 by Denise Dobbins. She's the founder and CEO. It's a ministry that is for chemically dependent women. It's 6 to 12 months long. We're also a work program. After a certain amount of time in the program, they work out in society. We have a community education that we offer to the public, and we just recently, in 2011, opened a men's facility in Cochran, Georgia.
Oh, that's great.
Mm-hmm.
And this is something that, it's a sore subject. It's something that's hard to talk about, too.
Right.
But it's something that's been needed for a long time.
Absolutely. I'm a former resident from 2004, and I've been there ever since. I've been there about 9 years almost, and I'm the CAC there, and, I really learned how to live there. When we give mothers back their daughters and children back their mothers and fathers. It's a great program because we base everything on Jesus Christ in a 12-step program.
That's so wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
So this being able to put the families back together again, tell me why that is important.
Well, I think that the most affected is the children. This is a family illness. It affects everyone in the family, and it destroys families. Drug and alcohols is it's an epidemic.
Mm-hmm.
It kills more people a year than war does.
Mm-hmm.
And if you can save, one woman and give her children back their mother, you're making a huge difference in society.
Right, and also the men too, the
Yes.
fathers.
Yes.
And you're not only saving the ones who have the dependency on the drugs and alcohol, but you're also saving their family, their children, and their future.
Well, we're educating the family on codependency. It's proven that if the family will get better, then the addict and alcoholic will get better because of the enabling and the codependency. And the family blame themselves more than it being a disease, that it was hereditary. And if you will stop giving, they may, get clean and stop using and drinking.
Mm-hmm.
So we try to add all those components in.
Right, and by helping the mom and the dad and educating the family,
Mm-hmm.
it's also possibly even preventing any further down the line,
Right.
the dependency, the hereditary gene that makes them addictive.
Right. Well, statistics say that if one person in the family gets clean, it affects the next 5 generations. We break some of those dysfunctional cycles. We'll raise our children differently, and they'll raise their children differently. And, society still believes, not as much as when I first got clean, that it's a moral dilemma, and it is so not a moral dilemma. If you had to listen to those women and men, how they didn't want to be that way, but they couldn't control it, and they're learning that they don't have to be, that they do. They can get clean with their relationship with God and, keeping the maintenance up with a 12-step program. And, they're full of shame and guilt, and they're offering freedom in that.
Mm-hmm. And then after they're clean and they're able to get a hold of things, then the next step is finding employment.
Yes, they come in first 30 days, and we try to just get acquainted to the structured schedule. They wake up at 6:30, they have devotion at 6:45, because addicts and alcoholics don't have structure. So being somewhere on time is a big deal for them, 30 days, they go to work out in society. They learn how to deal with life on life's terms, be responsible for their room and board, and come back and not use. That's a big deal to go through the day and not use.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And be able to handle everyday normal things without drugs and alcohol, too.
Yes. Being a parent, that's the hardest thing that we see the men and women learning to deal with, because, when they were loaded, it was easy to deal with their children.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, let's do whatever. But once they get clean, they have to learn how to be a parent very, very slowly. So we incorporate visits, TL's home once a month for the weekend, and, things like that, so they can get acquainted with their children again.
That's wonderful.
It is.
And to be able to run something like that, it takes money.
It
Right.
does. And we're nonprofit.
Mm-hmm.
We are funded by the donations from the community. God, of course, is our
Yes.
first source. If you've seen our budget, you would not know how everything flowed the way that it did, but, it does. the women's fees, the room and board, but the advisory board gives, breaks to the families that don't necessarily have financial ability to help an addict or alcoholic. And we have, I think it's 3 or 4 fundraisers a year. And coming up September 27th, we're going to have our Walk Run for Hope. And Jessica can tell you more about that.
That's right. This is Jessica here with us, and you talked about her mother, Denise, and mother-in-law, Denise. And so Jessica, tell me how you got involved with this, and what do you feel about what the Promise of Hope is doing?
Well, I've always volunteered ever since dating her son. I started volunteering with Promise of Hope, and I just love what it's about. I enjoy coming to work every day. I love seeing the women get better, and it's just a great place to be. Right. It's a great place to work.
It's also a wonderful feeling to be able to help these people and to see what happens when, when it's finished.
Yeah. Yes. I haven't seen many graduate because I haven't been there long working, but I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. So let's talk about this run that's coming up on September 27th.
The 27th, we're having a 10K, 5K, 1 mile walk. There will be an ice cream truck for kids, the face painting for kids, and we're expecting a pretty big turnout.
Mm-hmm. Now, I also noticed that the word walk and run is on here. If I was to do this, I would be doing a lot of walking, let me tell you.
Yes, that's what I plan on doing, too. But there's a 1 mile walk, and then you can also run with that, too. Okay. And the 5K is a walk and a run also. Mm-hmm. The 10K starts at 8 o'clock. The 5K starts at 9:30.
Okay. Well, that's good. It starts at 8, so, it's still cool. Right. And it's not very hot. Right now we're inside because it is hot outside.
Yes, it is.
So how can, tell me the cost and how people can get involved with it.
It's a $25 fee for 10K and 5K. 1 mile, it's $15, and for any 2 races, you can just pay a flat fee of $30.
Mm-hmm. You also have a family rate, too.
Yes. The family rate is $70. That's the maximum family rate. Mm-hmm. So you can go to racerpal.com and register there, or we can send you a form by email or fax. However you want to do it, whatever's easier for you, we can get you registered.
Okay. Now tell us about the kids that are 3 years old. How much would that cost?
Kids 3 and under are free.
Okay.
And also, if you are in the military, you get a $5 discount.
Oh, that's great. So tell us again when this is, where this is, and how people can find out more information.
It is September the 27th at Lawrence County Baptist Association, and they can go to racerpal.com and register there, or call us, and we can fax, email, however they want to register.
That's
whatever's
fantastic.
easier for them.
Yeah. And this is something that's so good, and to be able to help out. I mean, not only are you doing something great for your body, but you're also helping out a wonderful cause, the Promise of Hope.
Yes, we are. We have, like I said, several fundraisers, and it really takes us through the year, and it gets the awareness out there, because a lot of people is not aware of the women's facility that is local, and we get a lot of out of town calls and a lot of local calls, and the advisory board tries to help the community and the women in the community. Mm-hmm. If they didn't necessarily have the funds to come in, we try to keep it local to help the local women.
Now, can you tell everyone a website or where they can find more information about the Promise of Hope?
Yes, our website is www.promiseofhopega.org, and you can submit an online application, or you can print it off and fax it in to us. And our number at Promise of Hope is 478-676-HOPE.
Now, what if you have someone that does not want to run and they just want to, donate? Can they do that?
Yes, and we've also, we look for sponsors, all the time to sponsor our walk and our other events. So if anyone's interested in just donating or being a sponsor, we have, bronze, silver, and gold.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Mm-hmm. Gold is the highest, it's $500, and the silver is the $250.
Right.
And the bronze is $100. So any donations we would greatly appreciate. And not just money, but we take food donations, we take household donations. We have Blessings Boutique 1 and 2 in town. That's a thrift store.
Yes.
Yeah, so we take all kinds of donations. We don't turn anything away.
Or your time. If
Yes.
you don't have anything else to donate, you can donate your time.
Yeah.
Yes, time is valuable.
Yes.
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 All right. Well, ladies, I thank you both so much for coming here and talking to us, letting us know what the Promise of Hope is and about this run. And again, everyone, it is coming up really soon, September 27th, here at the Lawrence Baptist Association. So come on down, bring your shoes, get ready, bring your water. It's probably going to be hot.
Well, we will have fruit for participants and water. So you don't have to bring water or anything with you. Just bring yourself and we'll take care of the rest.
And they get a T-shirt, right?
Yes.
get a
All
t-shirt.
all that register get a T-shirt, and they look really cute this year.
Great. Put your running shoes on, everyone. Thanks again.
Thank you.
And we'll see you next time on Around Town.